How are you? I am in pronunciation. Uh, Ciara, the negative backlash her naked the rest received. Why did it make people? Okay. Uh, Ciara clamped back at critics how Islam her dress choice at the 185 Oscar party. The 37 years old rocked tongue bearing love back crystal studied sheer gown designed by Peter Dundas. Once pictures of the barley their dress hit the internet, social media users washed no time sharing their thoughts on the allegedly immodest outfit choice, which some found especially often offensive due to her being a wife and mother. The shaming was noted as misogynistic by a culture writer to Adebayo, partly because it tied Kiara's words to her role as a wife, even with her husband, Russell Wilson, the Denver Broncos quarterback, how accompanied her to the festivities, took pictures with her on the red carpet. It was also on fire. Models Emily Ratage Kowski and Alessandra Ambrosi, as well as actors Hunter Schaffer. All wore similarly revealing dresses, but their wardrobe picking did not seem to case the same upset. Okay, Kiara address. Kiara addressed the lopsided respon- responses in a TikTok on Wednesday, wearing a long sheet while strutting to an audio of her on the red carpet. The caption read selective uh, outrage and received over 100,000 likes. By why was Kiara subjected to such hate for her outfit choice? Adebayo, how has dissected the overall policing of black women during awards ceremonies, tells Yahoo Life that a lot of the vitriol targeting exists at the pointed intersection of misogyny and racism, sometimes dubbed misogynor. It looks like the biggest group criticizing her, especially on Twitter, is actually men, says Adebayo, explaining that many people are likely projecting their own preconceived notion of how a wife and mother should present themselves onto her. It speaks to respectability policies, specifically as they have extrapolated the sheerness of her dress and perceived Slatin she adds, and they have taken applied it to her husband, Russell Wilson, implying that he doesn't have control over his woman in quite a damaging way. And even though Russell appeared to admire his wife's display of her goodies, experts say it is important to remember that Ciara has the right to choose what she wears regardless. Some may think it is a show of solidarity to mention that her husband appeared to be okay with it, but we have to remember that Kiara's body belongs to her. She gets to choose how she will dress and adorn that body. Her husband is her partner and not her owner. And do not Urivo, race, sex, and gender tell Yahoo Live. We equate love with domain names our wife. When we see things in a true partnership, we stop acting as if her wardrobe choices are meant to shame her husband, but rather a choice she will likely made for herself. Explains Rivo. This also extends to her role as a mother. Some people believe that a mother's body is also owned by her children. The person that a woman is before she is a wife or a mother no longer matters. So we expect her to only dress in accordance role as mother or wife as the systems of power have defined it. Orivo adds. In terms of a selective or Adebayo says there seems to be a peel on effect once the internet has honed in on a target for the day. And black women often wind out up in the ballsy at but the rates with the algorithm function. It very easily becomes an echo chamber, and you hear people kind of start to agree with you, and then amplifies your view as it pertains to black women. If women in general are often the subject of internet hate for the day, it's going to happen to black woman at a much faster rate, she says. Ultimately, Adebayo says the dialogue surrounding Kiara's dress is a smaller part of a large conversation on the general policing of women's bodies. It's symptomatic of a wider of having contradictory high standards for black women, says Adiboy. Very, very love. Goodbye.